everybody. This doesn't look great, does it? A blank canvas. So let's get something here for you to have a look at while you're sitting listening to me chattering on. This journal, it's extremely I don't know what the word I need is. Somebody find me that word, please. Thank you. It's extremely taking up space that doesn't need to be taken up right now, because this just needs to start taking shape. And today I'm going to be using my tape. I hope that I can't find right now. I've got that little tiny piece, which isn't going to go very far when I show you what I'm doing. I've got ephemera everywhere. I don't know why. I've got packets everywhere. This is an ephemera bag, so let's pop. You're a bit close today. I'm sorry. Is that a bit better? I hope so. I'm still getting to grips with this, and I'm absolutely blooming loving the whole thing. But gone are the days where I used to just sit down and craft a junk journal, because now I'm thinking, oh, I need to sit down and craft a junk journal, but I need to put a video up for my YouTube channel, because I'm trying to be as good as I can be. And yeah, that's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. So we'll see how we get on today. But today, so what I've done is, these are the first 4 signatures that I've sort of think I may have got them, 1 in the right order and 2 the right things in the right places. I've got some photographs today that I need to put in. I have printed some off. I still haven't printed all of them off. But again, I will get there. I will. That's a promise to myself as well as to you all. In this bag, I still have things to do, i.e. put bits and bobs onto pages. So that's something I will probably continue with. That's the same with this bag. It's still got things in that need something doing with them. So there are 2 bags that still need putting together. This is another bag that still needs putting together. So, and what's this bag? This bags and bags of bags. Oh, this is spare ephemera. That actually isn't spare. That needs to go somewhere, so we'll keep that one out. But this is spare bits that I've been using along the way, but I want to still get them into my folders. This is also a need to be done. So there needs to be done. What I do need to find is where have I put that blooming tape? Well, I can't have put it far. I've got everything in one box. So where has it gone? Oh, the joys, the joys, the joys. Where have I put that tape? I know that you're probably all shouting it's in your drawer, it's on your side, but I can't find it. Just gonna bear with me one moment while I try and find that, and I'll be back. Hello. So that must have felt like 3 seconds for you. But it's actually took me about 10 minutes to rip apart my whole craft room to find where I'd put this. And I'll just show you now. This is how I work. So I write lists for everything I'm doing. Lists and lists and lists and things I do that I'm not happy with, and printouts, and I just keep hold of every single thing. And in these lists, this is my schedule, by the way. That's not very, it's not working too great. And I'm now listening to my lovely, beautiful friend, Louisa Heinzel, who's said, why don't you do it on your calendar, on your computer? Well, of course she has the best ideas. This is just how I've always worked. Anyway, this tape was within all of this. The last place I was going to look, but there it is. So I've got my tape, and I'm going to try and pop some photographs where they need to go and just have a little chat about them. Sorry, just drinking my water. So the bull's head, I've tried to put things in order of where we were and what we did. That was not the bull's head. That was not the bull's head. They've come out all out of order. So let's have a. That's Dan. That's the curry night. That's my beautiful friend. Do you know what? I can't express to you how wonderful this journey is, because every time I'm picking this all back up and doing it again, all the memories are coming back. And you know, this is one evening, we'd gone out for a curry, and the curry was lovely. But the memories of this are me and Louisa laughing. We have got bottles of beer on the table. They were alcohol free because we choose not to drink. I do have a drink occasionally. But the curry went cold really quickly because it's been so hot. They'd put their air conditioning on, and it was blowing a gale down on us, and the curry went cold. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, photographs are a beautiful way of keeping memories, and they're a beautiful way of taking you back to that time. So I do have these photographs in order. So this is Louisa's first night with me over in England. Just going to try and put them in some form of order. And then we'll try and stick them in the book. That one's at the end. I haven't printed all my photos off, so I will be coming back to each signature. But my main aim at the moment is to get things as a signature. Like I said, these bags are still yet to reach this point. I need everything to be at this point because, as I've showed you, I have 4 signatures at the moment and 4 bags, which is 8 signatures. Now, I need to get them sort of in this state so that I can think about how I'm going to make my journal cover. Now, with 8 signatures, that's going to be quite a fat spine. So I'm toying with the idea of doing junk journal 1 and junk journal 2. Like, of this. I'm hoping Louisa and myself are going to meet lots more in the future, either here or in Germany, or wherever we may want to go. We may want a holiday in Spain. Who knows? But what I'm saying is, I'm hoping there's going to be lots of times where we're together again and we're picking up memories of being together and being in places. So this journal series, not for you, so obviously wouldn't take you on every trip I ever go on and show you the same thing over and over again. But for myself and Louisa, I may continue to make these journals of our times together, and then there may be travel journal 1, travel journal 2, travel journal 3, travel journal 4. You know, I'm hoping to get to travel journal 20, 40, whatever. So I don't know whether to do this as a one big thick one or 2 smaller ones that are more manageable. I don't know yet. But until I get something blooming done, I'm not going to get anything done, am I? So let's get sticking some photographs in. This is obviously tea stained. Now I've put tea at the Bull's Head in Meriden, but I can't even remember having a tea there. So I think I might have got this wrong. I think I have. The Bull's Head. Trying to think where I am. Okay, these photographs aren't the Bull's Head. These photographs are the bear. This is the photographs of the bear. So good job, you lot were awake and listening, because I clearly have lost the plot. So this is some more photos that I put together. Okay, let's start with these. I think these can go to one side for now. Let's start with these. So this is Louisa on the train in London. So this is the start. So let's find a suitable place for this to go. I still can't get over. Oh, I love this picture. This was when she was in Paris. So I've already stuck that. Lulu is in Paris. What a beautiful blue sky. Right, okay, so we're on the right track, and now we have to go, and I've got a big sign here that says London, so that's the perfect place for these 2 photographs to go on here. So I think let's shift this out the way. I think I'm going to have one there and one there, because that's from Germany to Paris and then to London. Okay, so what can we do on the background of this page? Because as much as I love a book page, I want something else on it, I think. So let's get a stencil maybe, and something, and some inks. Let's do a little bit of stenciling. So again, a video of just me doing what we do. I don't even know if this is going to be interesting for you, or it's, well, I'm sure it will be interesting because I'm not that boring. Well, I hope I'm not that boring. Let's get a little, I'm sure everybody knows by now, these are little sanding discs to be used with the blending tool. Louisa did lots of sanding of her photos when she did hers. I want to distress them a little. Oh gosh, sorry Lulu, I've just scraped her face. Just so they're in keeping with my grungy preference, really. Not for any other reason. I just have a grungy preference. And we'll use walnut stain. I'll just ink these sides a little bit. So yeah, just keeping your memories alive with photographs is just a wonderful thing, isn't it? I'm going to use black soot as my background. I found this stencil, which is Tim Holtz. It's THS013, and it's just got clocks on it. Now, I have no real reason to pick the clocks other than Big Ben's in London, and that's a clock. And the other reason for the clock is I was sitting at home whilst Louisa was on this part of the journey. I was clock watching. I can't lie to you, I was so excited for her to be here. This is the wrong brush. Yes, of course it is. I can hear you all shouting. You don't do that with a blender, Lisa. I can hear you. I heard you. I've got a brush. Whew. So yeah, I was clock watching whilst Louisa was making her way to me, and I was so blooming excited. Like, I don't think I ate properly that day or anything. I'm sure you can all imagine when your friends come in and you don't get to see your friend too often because they live in another part of England or another part of the world where you are. You might be in America, they might be in a different part of America, wherever. But when your friends come in to visit, you just get so very excited about it all. And I've got the additional excitement that it's Louisa Heinzel, That's, so yes, my friend's travelling. Yes, my friend's coming to see me. But the additional excitement of it being actually Louisa coming to see me is extra, it's extra. Just gonna, did say to you before, I'm not very good at keeping things pristine and clean, and I'm trying to get into a better habit of that, especially if I'm going to be showing you my things on camera. You don't want to be looking at dirty grubby stuff all the time. Let's just move these back out of the way, put them near to me. I'll show you my craft room one day. I love my little craft room. It's just a bedroom that I've now said is my craft room. and I am, oh, that's cute. I am lucky enough to now live in my childhood home, or teenage home. I'm unfortunate that I've lost both my parents. And that's how I now live here. However, my craft room now is in my teenage bedroom, and I have so many wonderful memories of being in this bedroom, and now to have it as my craft room. I've just popped another light on, that's better. It's just wonderful, you know. I sit here and so I've spoken before about Daniel Evans. Daniel does on a Monday, he does something called Manilow Mondays, and he sings all Manilow songs. Now, this actual room has lots of Manilow memories, really, because as a teenager, I used to listen to Barry Manilow, and I listened to him. Sorry, so that's just me using this this tape that I made crucifyingly. It went wrong, but then it worked, so we're using it. Yeah, so this bedroom's listened and been involved in a lot of Barry Manilow songs, because as a teenager I had boyfriends, and you know, things didn't work out and we split up, and I had the heartbreak to deal with, and Barry Manilow lends himself so well because his songs are so emotional and so full of beautiful words. He lended himself. Sorry, Louisa, I've just put some tape over your mouth. I'm sorry, everybody. That just really made me giggle then. Yeah, what was I saying? So, yeah, Barry Manilow just is dear to me, because I listen to him a lot in this room, and now I still listen to him in this room, but it's not Barry I'm listening to, it's Daniel. And you know, because of Daniel's music, I've said it before, that's how me and Louisa became friends, and it's just nice to think that I was in this room crying over a boy to some music a very long time ago. You know, I'm on the wrong side of 50. Well, I'm nearly on the right side of 60, to be honest. But yeah, I'm in my later years, and to think that my teenage years, which were quite long ago, but they did, you know, anybody who's aging knows that you don't ever feel old. But it's, I'm listening to the same music in the same room, and yeah, no, that's just lovely. I just love that. This is a bit messy now, isn't it? But you know, we're junk journalists, that doesn't matter. So I'm going to get my pen. And yeah, just reminisce really of my life as a teenager. And then I left home and I married and had 2 beautiful children. And unfortunately, my marriage wasn't great. My marriage was probably great, but the person I married wasn't great. And that's a whole different story, and it's, you know, it's not something I'm secretive about. I would share the information, but now's not the time. But yeah, and I came back home with my 2 small children, and we stayed in this room and until I got back on my feet and got another place to live. And so this room holds so many beautiful memories, sad times, happy times. You know, it's just a room full of love, actually. Yeah, this is a room full of love. And it then became, my son had this room. It's quite a biggish room, and he'd moved on and met somebody, and I had I've got my main bedroom, this quite largest room, and then we've got a small, they call it a box room here in England. It's just a small room, and I'd set up my office space because I was working full time, and my crafting space, and my husband had a desk also in this small little box room, and it worked. I mean, it did work. But my daughter said to me one day, why have you got that big spare room and you and Dad are cramped up in a little tiny office? Why don't you make the bigger room your office? What a brilliant idea. So, and this was my room. It was the right room for me to be in. So then we moved everything in here. My husband set up all my shelving and my desk and everything. His desk is now in here too. We share space. He's not in here very often, but we share the space. And then my son, unfortunately, his relationship broke down and he asked to come home, which never an issue. My children can always come home. But unfortunately, he had to set up in the small room then, because this is now my craft room. So yeah, just need to, but yeah, I just thought you'd enjoy that little story. Just to know where I am, really. This is where I am. I'm in my teenage bedroom. That's now my adult craft room. And to be honest, it's my favourite place to be. I just love spending time here. I don't just do junk journaling. I do jewellery making. I do card making. Just creasing this a little bit so I can get some. Don't you just love that you can do this? Because this is a beautiful memory, but it's a piece of paper, and I've made this look old, you know. It's just a wonderful thing, isn't it, what we can do. And then it was Louisa's idea for me to start doing a channel for you, because I love it. I love that doesn't fit, but does that matter? Yeah, it matters a little bit. Oh, because it's London, and these little things are, you know, reflection on the underground. that goes perfectly there. We've got a bigger one. That's too big. The perfect size. And I'm going to go that way with this one. It doesn't need to be a little bit smaller. Let's just trim that down. 30 minutes into this video and I've just chatted rubbish. I do apologise, everybody. But yeah, I just wanted to say how this junk journal that I'm making is full of memories, absolutely full of memories, and I'm keeping them, and I'm sitting in a room that's full of memories too, because you know the memories are in my heart, and you never lose your memories, but isn't it beautiful that we can get them down on paper? And I'm going to put this here because today is a word that I kept using a lot, because while Louisa was travelling, I was talking to her probably a lot of the time, most of the time, and I kept saying, it's today that you're coming. So this word's perfect because that's a reflection on her coming here. And I love that the red is going to go with the red of the post box as well. I mean, this, I keep saying it, this paper collection, I just love it. I just absolutely love it. I'm sure you know by now, but if you want this paper collection, there is a link below this video to Louisa's Etsy channel, where you can have a look at all her beautiful papers, but this one is on there for you to have a little browse through. And I think I want that on there, and then I might be able to do some hidden journaling here. I have been journaling on these white pages, but I think I want this on here, and I want something on the background. But what do I want on the background? Let's have a little mooch through and see if I can find anything here. So there's going to be a word. Oh, do you know what? Straight away, I think I showed you this book on another. Gosh, I think I need to turn to gin. I think I showed you this book. It's something I picked up when I was brunching with Daniel and Louisa, and I found it, and I just love it as like it's like a little reference book of words, and I love words, love quotes, and I'm finding that I can find things. So Artist of the Year, well, to me, Louisa Heinzel is the artist of every year, every single year, because she's the best. She's just the best. So yeah, you can find things everywhere, can't you? You all know that. So we've got Artist of the Year. It would be nice. See, I love that there's a bus. Louisa has actually got a photograph of the bus in London. And like I said, I haven't printed out all of my photos yet, but I thought I have printed some out and I need to get some on paper stuck in, get this sort of under control, so that I can make a cover, bind the journal. Okay, so this is something else I'm going to cut out, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I can't cut straight. I'll try. I want to put things that mean things into to me, to Louisa, to Dan, you know. I mean, to me, that's perfect. Social media, that's where I met her. Oh, I didn't even meet her on social media. I watched her on social media. If that goes there, can that go? I'm going to have that there. And then in here, in this spot, I could perhaps write something about meeting her on social media. Let's get some of this tape and get this one stuck down. So you've been watching me for nearly 40 minutes and I've stuck 2 photographs in. But sure, we've had a nice little chat, haven't we, as it's gone by. So let's just think. It's just a nice place to meet up, have a little chat, make a cup of coffee, sit down, just chit chat. I find that I love it. I just love chit chattering away and enjoying. No, I don't want to go. Love this tape. I don't know if you can, because it's got the print on. Isn't that? I just think it's cute, and because I made it. Now I've lost the other little bits that I cut off. Where did they go? You can see them. I know you can. They're here. And look, I haven't stuck my pin back in my glue. It's just the life of me. And I stuck, this had a sticky label on it, and I've peeled it off, and now the bottle's sticky, so that's going to be something that I'm going to have to address and sort out, because that's going to drive me absolutely up the blooming wall. Look at 4 pieces of tape. I found 2. I think this is one. Filming this today, but I think I'm a bit back to front with me filming, so because it's new and I don't really know what I'm doing. So you may see things back to front, wibbly wobbly, upside down, all over the place, but hopefully that'll bring my personality, because that's what I am. I'm upside down, wibbly wobbly, can't open tape. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's who I am. And if you're here and you're watching me, thank you. I'm clearly doing something you like because you're here. So it's just nice to know. It's just nice to know. And I've said many times that my my videos are not going to be about techniques and things. I'm not saying I won't show you anything, and I'm not saying I don't do anything, because I do. Reunited picking car. Now this was handy because I actually wrote that, so I do have a reunited picking car somewhere. I'm sure we've seen it earlier. We did see it earlier, but where did we see it? It wasn't there. Oh my. We've seen it. Goodness me. Was it in this pile? I mean, I've actually found a place where I need to put something. I've seen the photograph and now I can't find it. Were you shouting? It's under here. Were you? Thanks if you was. I didn't quite hear you. Now I'm going to have to chop the top of that off because I really want this picture in here. So let's hopefully not chop into mine and Louisa's head. It just fits perfect there, doesn't it? Lost my train of thought now. Completely lost my train of thought. One thing I will say is I'm not very good at remembering that I'm a junk journaler when I'm out, because when Louise got home, we shared our pictures and videos with each other, and I didn't have hardly any compared to her, because I forget that this is what I'm doing it for. I wasn't doing it for that. I was living in the moment. I was soaking it all up. Not saying Louisa wasn't soaking it all up, because she was, but she was also remembering to get her phone out and take some snaps, because that's what we wanted to do. And she was good at doing that. I not so much. So some of these photographs are big stolen borrowed from this beautiful lady, and she thought of, you know, a reunited picture. Perfect. She just thinks perfectly, doesn't she? So yeah, let's get a bit more tape. I'll use this one. This is the one I won't say cocked up. I don't know if I'm allowed to say cocked up. Even if I'm not allowed to say it, I've said it twice now. Probably say it again. I said I won't say I cocked up, but I did cock up. And thanks for watching that video, but and thanks for understanding that, you know, it goes wrong sometimes, and that's okay. Now I want quite a clear bit here because it is going to go slightly over Lulu's face. You might hear me call Louisa Lulu at times. That's a nickname that Dan gave to her on his chat. And that's her nickname with Dan, but I've adopted it slightly. Okay, so now we are...
Motion detected at back gate.
Excuse me. That's my lady of the house. Her name begins with A. She'll pop up a lot in my videos. She sort of thinks that she rules the roost here, and she just rules the roost. She turns the lights off. She tells me who's at the door. She tells me when somebody's at the door. She tells me when to take my tablet. She tells me to drink water. She tells me everything, basically. She's very good, but she can be very annoying. Oh, I've found some more photographs in here. This is the bull at Meriden. This is this one. I'll just mix them up. Now this I've written menu and what we had. So this picture would go perfectly on there, wouldn't it? Because that's what we had. So while Louisa was here, I did try to give her quite British food. Well, I didn't give it her. I tried to steer her to the menu of what we as Brits would typically eat, and this dinner is quite typical. So it was gammon, egg, pineapple, chips and peas. I mean, looking at this, the ratio of peas to the gammon, the chips and the egg was a bit much. I mean, did they think I needed some more veg or something on my plate? Yeah, but it was absolutely delicious. And yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna, oh gosh, that's why you don't use the blender, Lisa. You use a brush. I'm sure you lot do silly little things like that as you're crafting. Pick up the wrong tool, just do what you feel like at the time. Just wanted to put a little bit of colour there, because I am going to come back and pop this picture on here, and then that will pop back in the little pocket. Am I really losing the plot that much? I am. I'm going to continue this and continuing journaling along. Hopefully my next video will be, the photos will all be in, and I will be putting together those other signatures, and then we can start to get things moving. So thank you for being here. I'm hoping that you love this paper collection as much as I do. I'm hoping that, you know, you go and visit Louisa and on her Etsy store and get this paper collection, because it's sorry, my light just went out. That was a little bit freaky. That means it's time for me to say bye-bye for now. So yeah, head over, the links are all down below, and you know, if you like what you see, come and get it, and make your own memories. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye for now. Take care of you.